This is the plaintiff, Jonathan Pacheco. He says his ex-girlfriend, the defendant, started a relationship with another man while they were living together. And that's when everything hit the fan. An altercation occurred, and the defendant threw a globe of the earth at his flat-screen TV, smashing it. She also owes him back rent. He can't stand the sight of her anymore, and is suing here and now for the $4,707.68 he's owed. This is the defendant, Paulette Wilson Guzman. She says the plaintiff's a hothead who jumped to conclusions about a friend she had over one day. There was nothing going on, but the plaintiff went berserk because he got it into his thick skull that something was. Bottom line, the plaintiff's a pathological liar. Nothing he says is true, and if he thinks she's gonna just dole out all this money because he brought her to court, he's sorely mistaken. She's accused of stepping out on a lover.
Okay, Jonathan Pacheco, you are suing Paulette Wilson Guzman for $4,707.68 in rent money and a TV set that, according to you, she maliciously broke. Tell me what's going on.
We were dating. We first met each other in high school, but we started dating in November of last year when I was in the military.
And how did you meet? How did you reconnect in November?
I think it was through internet. It was through Facebook.
Okay, of course. And then what happened?
So towards February is when we decided that we want to move in with each other. You know what I mean?
Move in with each other? I thought you were overseas.
No, I wasn't overseas. I was in the military.
Where?
I got Camp Pendleton, California, in San Diego.
And y'all are from the Bronx. Okay, so you're on the other side of the country.
Right.
And then you come back to New York?
Right, because I got honorably discharged.
So you come home after how many months of internet?
About 3 months.
Okay, and then does she pick you up and
Picked me up from the airport.
And then you guys just like move in that minute?
I got the apartment. I did a down payment of $5,000 plus. Our essential agreement was, since it was $1,600, she'll pay half, I'll pay half, $800 apiece for a 3-bedroom. She had 2 children, right?
How old were the kids?
4 and 2.
Okay.
Right. So they had their room, we had our room, and there was a guest room. Everything was good, but was it like 2 months? We were paying the rent on time, so on and so forth. And
what are you working at this point?
I was unemployed at the time.
Okay.
You know.
And was she working?
Yes.
Yes, she was a home health aide, I think it was.
Okay, go on.
Then after about 2 months probably of doing everything right, she told me that she wants to have a girls' sleepover. So I was like, okay, no problem, because I'm pretty sure if I wanted a guy sleepover, you would leave the apartment too. So I left and went to my mom and dad's house.
Okay.
The next morning, she calls me around 6-something in the morning saying that, hey, before you come here, make sure to call me in advance.
Oh, that's when you're driving over without calling, of course.
That's why I started thinking, like, why should I call?
Right.
You know? So
right.
I went straight over there.
Did you really call him and say, call me before you head out here?
I called him and asked him to call me when he gets downstairs so he can take the boys to daycare.
Okay.
That's why I called him.
So go on.
So when I get there, I decide to come unannounced, see what's going on.
Sure.
And I see in the crack of the door another man leaning over on top of her in the bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And their excuse was after she assaulted me many times.
Wait, you open the door?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
I was like, what the heck's going on here? She jumps up and starts to attack me.
And what happens?
Well, in order to protect my career, because I have a bunch of wards back here, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what, I'm going to call the police.
Protect your career? What does that have to do with your woman cheating on you?
Well, initially I wanted to beat everybody up in the apartment.
No. You don't need to beat everybody up. That's not going to help. At the end of the day, if what you're saying is true, then she's just a cheating, no good girlfriend that you need to get rid of. That's all.
Right, so I called the police. They arrested her for assault.
Arrested her? Why?
Because she assaulted me.
So she got arrested?
Yeah, they took pictures and whatnot of my face.
Wait, was there an injury?
Yeah, there was bruises in my face. I didn't lay a hand upon her. That's why. There was no bruises on her. They didn't take pictures of not her. But there was a bunch of bruises on my face.
So what happened to that criminal case?
He came and got me out of Central Bookings later that evening. And once he got me out,
why'd you get her out?
Oh, I was thinking about it, and I was like, when you're in love with a person, you're thinking, all right, maybe it's gonna work out. Maybe if I go ahead and she went to jail, I will, she will learn her lesson.
No,
so I was thinking
she would learn her lesson and stop cheating on you?
I'm just thinking, that's my essential thought. I know it's foolish, but that's what I thought at the time, So I went ahead and I went to the DA and told him to drop it. That's when I picked her up.
So you bail her out, and you go to the DA and you drop it, and you take her back?
Right, I brought it back into the apartment thinking that
Do you have
everything's going to be
pictures
good.
of the scratches that she caused to your face or the bruises that she caused you?
They closed out the case. The police
Yes
took
or
the
no?
pictures.
Do you have pictures?
And I don't have, but I
Okay,
have
so
the
go
pictures
on.
of that next event.
Oh, the next event.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. By the way, by now you've been living together 2 months.
Right,
The rent
so
is
now-
on time.
Right, so now
Right?
it's been
Who's
March,
paying the rent?
April. It's both her and I.
So you get her out and what happens?
June 1st comes around. I go to the gym, come back, right? I find her in the boys' room in the dark.
Her son's room.
Right, in the dark, on the phone. I don't want to bother her, you know? So I sit in the living room with her uncle, and we're watching TV. An hour goes by, she finally comes out of the room and just hands me the phone saying, "Here, this is for you." So I pick up the phone saying, "Hello, is this a house phone?" And he was like, started going at me, started yelling at me, screaming at me, like,
was
I don't know. I can't even identify because it was
Just
the
some
guy's
guy?
friend. It was the man's friend because I was
Okay,
like
how old are you?
23.
How old are you?
22.
Are you kidding me? My 14-year-old has more maturity than this. So now a friend of a friend is talking to you. She hands you the phone so that person can tell you something, and the something he tells you is what?
He's basically saying, like, you don't have no business messing with her no more.
Why does she hand you the phone then? Why
To
doesn't
start
she just
confrontation, because
leave?
when she hands it, she ran off.
That's not true.
She hands it and she runs off, and what?
Oh, no, I was angry because it's my house phone. I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave. So I'm about to go to the room. She starts attacking me. And then she jets into the room. The uncle separates us. And she comes out of the room, grabs a pair of scissors from the kitchen, and she starts decorating my uniform if you want to see it.
Yeah, what did she do? Cut it up?
The medals are completely severed off. Same thing with this uniform. My dress blue pants torn right through the middle. I can't even hold it right. And many more damages that I wasn't able to grab it.
That is
So she starts slicing your stuff?
Yeah.
that is not true. What I cut up was the medals off the shirt. That's all.
Oh, that's all you did was cut
That's
the medals
all I
off
did,
the
and
shirt?
we still have the medals in the
you're the
house.
woman with you're the angry, uncontrollable, raging woman with the scissors.
did not
But
cut
you
all
didn't
that
do
off.
this cut, you just did these cuts.
I just cut off the medals.
That's your defense, okay?
Yes.
I finally called the police. I'm tired of it, you know?
According to you, she threw something at a television set. Get to that.
Yes, a globe. It was a globe that I bought for her in California, the Dolphin Globe. I bought it to her, you know, because I
Whatever.
apparently
And so
loved
she took
her.
the globe and did what?
Tossed it right into the TV, the LED
Why?
LCD
Because
TV.
you're saying what is it that's making her, what's wrong with her? Is there
She just
something-
has an anger issue, and I also have a witness here saying to vouch for her
Who is
anger
that
issue.
witness to you?
She's my girlfriend now.
Oh, and you want your new girlfriend to testify against your old girlfriend about what?
No, about I tried to go ahead and give her these court order papers
Right?
to have a tenant-occupant dispute for 30 days, so she have 30 days eviction.
Okay.
And when she tried to serve it, she was
You had your new girlfriend serve your old girlfriend with eviction?
right. We was there with the police. The police said they couldn't do it, but
You weren't even there?
I wasn't allowed to be anywhere near her. By that time, I had an order of protection against her, and she also just that night served one against me.
So you end up leaving the apartment. She stays in the apartment?
Right.
And she's not paying any rent to the landlord?
She wasn't paying any rent to the landlord.
Okay.
She also went to the court last week and said that she tried to, but obviously there was no payments made because look at the
Okay,
outstanding
what's
balance.
going on? Let me hear from you, Paulette Wilson-Guzman.
Okay.
What's going on?
The incident that happened, that he says that he found a guy in my bed, it was me, my brother's girlfriend, and like 3 other
He
people.
says it was just you and a guy.
It was a house full of people.
And then you and that guy are in your room?
My door was open, wide
So
open.
you and the guy are in your bed?
sitting
Okay,
up
yeah, go
on
on,
the bed.
Paulette. And what?
Nothing happened between
No, of
me
course
and
not.
him.
Go
I
on.
have a letter from him.
Yeah, I have a letter from him too. You supplied the letter to me where the guy's calling you his girlfriend.
I just
Did you
started
read the
dating
letter
him.
before you
Yes,
supplied
ma'am.
it?
Yes, I
And so the
did.
guy's saying that he's your boyfriend,
Now.
and you're telling me nothing happened? Do you know that's what the guy said? Did you bother to read the letter you
Yes,
submitted?
ma'am.
What does it say?
Me and my girlfriend.
Right.
I just started dating him.
And that your ex-boyfriend walks in.
Yes.
That's the place he lives.
Okay.
So he's your ex-boyfriend? Is that what were you two-timing the two of them and dating them at the same time?
No, ma'am.
Wow, it sure sounds that way to anybody within the sound of your voice.
Okay.
So now he walks in, he's all mad. That's over with. Tell me about the day when the TV gets broken. That's what I want to know.
The day that the TV got broken, I was in my kid's room on the phone. He came into my kid's room and tried to snatch the phone out of my hand. Wanted to know who I was on the phone with. Since the incident that I got arrested, he's been checking my text messages, going through my Facebook, going through my computer and everything. So
There's a surprise.
he comes to the house, he snatches the phone, trying to find out who I was on the phone with. I was not on the phone with Damien, that's the guy's name. I was not on the phone with him. I was on the phone with my friend Anthony.
And then you hand the phone over to him, and then he gets mad, and then a fight ensues between the two of you. What happens? Do you break his TV?
It wasn't his TV. He bought the TV for the family.
Okay, so do you break the TV?
Yes.
And why do you break the TV?
Because he breaks my TV.
Tell me about that.
He goes into the room while I'm still on the phone, goes into the room and snatch my TV off the dresser and throw it on the floor.
Okay, and then what happens?
I went into the living room. I said, you want to break TVs? I know you love this TV so much because you sit at home all day playing the game on the TV. So I threw a candle at it, not a globe.
Come on up, Uncle. What happened?
It's exactly like she said. He came into the house from the gym. And she was on the phone in the children's room with the door open. She was sitting in the window. Jonathan looked at me and said, she's in a good mood. I said, yeah, please let her stay that way.
Does she have an anger management problem?
Yes, she did.
She does, right?
Yes.
And I know that because one of the two of you supplied all the either text messages back and forth where you're begging him to come back, that you're trying, that you did everything he wanted you to do, that you went to anger management. Then you talked to him about your 4 miscarriages?
Yes.
You had 4 pregnancies with him in the space
Yes.
of the 2 months we're talking about?
It was not 2 months. We started dating last August.
Okay.
I went in November of last year to California to go see him.
Okay.
He moved
So-
into my grandfather's house from January to March.
Okay.
Rent-free. I paid for all his clothing.
What was the agreement once you moved into this apartment?
was
He says
never
you owe all
agreement.
half the rent.
There was never agreement. It was supposed to be me.
But he's not even working, and you're the one who's working. How could you not have to pay any rent?
I was paying for the TV. I was paying for food. I was paying for laundry. I was paying for clothes. I was paying for everything else.
So you're not supposed to pay a penny in rent.
It's not.
Did you, out of the goodness of your heart,
Yes,
try to?
I did.
And how much did you pay?
$800 a month.
And the $800 was for how many months?
I put $800 for March. I put $800 for April and May.
Okay.
And then in
So-
June, when he moved out, I tried to get the landlord to.
So the 2 months that you guys lived in that house, you did pay rent each month?
Yes.
But you want me to believe that you're not supposed to pay rent any month?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Uncle,
saying
tell me
that.
about the fight and who's flinging what at what TV.
He hung up the phone and he called her up. And that's when all hell broke loose. And at that point, he was coming from behind me, trying to get to her. And she was trying to go over me to get to him.
Okay.
So it was very difficult for me to control the situation. And that's when everything started getting broken in the house.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you're in a relationship for 2 months living together and you've already gotten her arrested for hitting you, do you bail or do you try and make it work?
Out the door, fast.
Why?
Not a good thing to be in a relationship where there's physical beating.
Fair point. What do you think?
There's no excuse for physical violence in a relationship.
And, does it make any difference that the woman allegedly hit the guy?
No.
Same thing.
Out of there, yeah.
It's going to escalate.
Yeah.
They'll escalate to worse conditions.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
So both of them are breaking stuff left and
Everything
right?
is getting tore up in the house.
What got broken besides the 2 TVs? Did you
so-
see him break her TV?
Actually, he went into the room. I was just trying to hold her back.
Okay.
I was just trying to hold her because at
Did
that
you see
point
him
I
break her
didn't trust
TV,
her.
yes or no?
I didn't see him break it.
According to you, did you break her TV?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you see her break his TV?
Yes, but
Okay.
when I went
And
into
did
the
you
room,
see her cut his uniforms before this
I seen
stuff
her cut the medals. I'm the one who picked up the medals. So I grabbed the uniform from her and I told him to just stay back. I will get everything.
Who's on the lease?
I'm on the lease. I have the lease.
Just
right here.
you or both of you?
Just him.
Just me.
And then what happened? Have you paid any rent since he left?
When
You left
I-
what month?
I left. June 1st was the day of the incident. That's the day I left.
Okay, July, August, September, or October.
When I
Have
tried
you
to
paid
pay
rent?
the rent to Rasim, he said he cannot receive anything from me, and my uncle was there. I tried to get a paper signed.
So you've been living rent-free for 5 months?
Not really rent-free. I've been going back and forth to court to try to get my name put on the lease and take him off.
Okay, and then so what you're suing for is all of the rent or her half of the rent?
Her half of the rent.
Have you been paying your half of the rent?
I was looking into it and.
Yes or no?
No, I have not because
Okay,
I was.
so the
tracking hers.
landlord's living with no rent for 5 months,
5
paying a
months.
mortgage, and then is the landlord in court to try to evict you?
Yes, I got
And what
evicted
happened?
already.
And what happened? You got evicted?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Correct.
so then you got evicted what day?
Last week.
Now the eviction, was there a settlement or did the court just rule in his favor? What happened during the eviction?
They ruled in the management's favor.
And did they order you to pay rent?
No. They ordered him to pay the money.
Can I see the paperwork from the court?
Let's see if I have it.
It's right there. It's right there. It's right there.
All right. I find that the fact, he testifies that you're supposed to be paying rent. You testify that you're not, but the 2 months that he's living there, you are paying rent. I
Just
tend to
help
believe
out.
him that you're supposed to be paying rent. He testifies you broke the TV. You testify, well, I only did that to retaliate. First of all, you can't retaliate that way, but assuming that you did that to retaliate, I'd like to see some proof that, in fact, he broke your TV first. I'd like to see that. I don't
His
see
TV
that.
isn't
I hear you're
broken.
flapping gums. He says he didn't, and your uncle can't verify that he did. I know that you have an anger management problem because you admit it yourself in the Facebook messages that you
Yes.
so helpfully handed to me, and because you have the audacity, the temerity to take a scissor to the medals of a man who served on our military forces. I mean, that takes a really low rent kind of anger that is completely unsuppressible. It's like a new kind of low. I don't know if you just took some classes to make him happy,
No.
but you really ought to take some classes to help you because you got 2 kids you're raising. If you have that kind of temper, if you think they're hard at 4 and 2, you have no idea
My
what's in
children
store
are
for you,
hard.
baby. No idea whatsoever, okay? This relationship is toxic. Both of you need to, I hope, and it looks like you have at least, well, it looks like you have 2 because you have the boyfriend. What a coinkydink, the guy who was on top of her. Okay, you guys both need to move on mentally, not just in your acts, but mentally move on. This is really bad and toxic, okay? I find in favor of the plaintiff, and I'm ordering you to pay him $4,707.68.
I am not paying his.
She's stepping out into the hallway here. There's the defendant. Come on out here. You're still talking as you come out. What are the comments you're making as you leave the courtroom there?
Everything that he has on, I paid for. When he moved from California, he was living with me, rent free.
Mm-hmm.
When he started college, I was the one who tutored him. And for you to do this, really?
Where did it all go wrong between the two?
It went wrong day one when he started cheating on me with a Chinese lady in California who called me. Yeah, every time you get a kid, you disappear. I don't want to talk.
Right, okay. All right, Uncle. All right, so step on in here. What's your feeling coming out here?
Oh, I'm
You hear her.
I'm glad that it's finally over. You know, it's the chapter I finally closed, and I don't want to have to deal with it.
Where do you
anymore.
say it just went bad between you?
I'm guessing right when I guess before, because if you're gonna have a man in your bed, then obviously you were talking to him before. So
You had no idea.
I had no idea.